28 million BC, Paraceratherium evolves. 26 million BC, first elephants. 25 million BC, first deer and cats. 23 million 30,000 BC, Neogene period starts. 20 million BC, giraffes and giant anteaters evolve. 18 million BC, the divergence of great apes and lesser apes. 15 million BC, the first kangaroos, and the Isthmus of Panama connects the Americas. 12 million BC, Hylobatides splits, and Antares forms. 11 million years, first large horses. 10 million BC, Nacalopithecus appear. 9,100,000 BC, Uranopithecus appear. 8 million BC, Rigel, the brightest star in Orion, forms. 7,500,000 BC, Betelgeuse, the second brightest star in Orion, forms. 7 million BC, Sahelanthropus appear. 6 million BC, the last common ancestor between human and chimpanzees. 5,960,000 BC, the Messian salinity crisis starts. 5,500,000 BC, Ardipithecus appear. 5,333,000 BC, Pliocene period starts. 5,330,000 BC, Messian salinity crisis ends. 4,800,000 BC, first mammoth. 4,500,000 BC, Australopithecus appear. 4,400,000 BC, Fomalhaut B, first directly imaged exoplanet, forms. 3 million BC, the Great American Interchange. 2,700,000 BC, Paranthropus evolve. 2,600,000 BC, the current Ice Age begins. 2,580,000 BC, the Quaternary period starts. 2,200,000 BC, the first members of the gene Homos appear. 1,900,000 BC, oldest Homo erectus fossil is found. 1,800,000 BC, colonization of Eurasia by Homo erectus. 1,700,000 BC, Australopithecines may extinct. 1,500,000 BC, Homo erectus founded fire. 1,200,000 BC, Paranthropus dies out. 730,000 BC, the last reversal of the Earth's magnetic field. 640,000 BC, Yellowstone caldera erupts. 600,000 BC, Homo heidelbergensis evolves. 500,000 BC, earliest Homo engravings. 300,000 BC, Middle Stone Age begins in Africa and earliest instances of burial. 250,000 BC, Neanderthals evolve. 200,000 BC, Homo sapiens appeared in Africa. 195,000 BC, the oldest Homo sapiens fossil founded in Homo, Ethiopia. 180,000 BC, the mitochondrial events. 170,000 BC, Homo sapiens beginning to wear clothes. 125,000 BC, the peak of the Eocene interglacial period. 120,000 BC, a Basha pluvial begins in northern Africa. 100,000 BC, humans begins spreading out of Africa. 90,000 BC, a Basha pluvial ends. 82,000 BC, the small perforated seashell beads from Tafur altered Morocco. 75,000 BC, Toba volcano supereruption. 70,000 BC, the earliest example of abstract art from Blombos Cave in South Africa. 65,000 BC, humanity recovers and moving on everywhere. 64,000 BC, the bow and arrow replace the spear thrower in Africa. 50,000 BC, the earliest sewing needle was founded. 45,000 BC, Cro-Magnon colonization in Europe begins. 43,000 BC, Cro-Magnon colonization in Europe ends. 42,000 BC, Paleolithic flutes in Germany. 41,000 BC, Homo neanderthalensis extinct. 40,000 BC, Aurignacian culture in Europe begins. 35,000 BC, oldest figurative art. 33,000 BC, oldest domesticated dog skulls. 30,000 BC, rock painting tradition begins in Bhimbetka rock shelters in India. 29,000 BC, earliest ovens founded. 28,500 BC, New Guinea is populated. 28,000 BC, oldest twisted rope. 26,000 BC, people use ibers to make baby clothes, barriers, bags, baskets, and nets. 25,000 BC, an hamlet consisting of huts built of rocks and of mammoth bones is founded in what is now Dolní Věstonice in Moravia in the Czech Republic. 21,000 BC, artifacts suggested in Canberra, the capital of Australia. 20,000 BC, oldest pottery storage. 18,000 BC, Elgm. 16,500 BC, first colonization of North America. 16,000 BC, Wyzen sculpted in clay deep inside the cave now known as Le Tuc d'Ordubert in the French Pyrenees near what is now the border of Spain. 15,000 BC, the earliest date for the domestication of pigs. 14,800 BC, the humid period begins in northern Africa. 14,000 BC, ice starts melting. 13,000 BC, the Agassiz Lake disappears. In 12,500 BC, the Neolithic Revolution starts. 12,000 BC, the earliest date for the domestication of goats. 11,700 BC, the Holocene epoch starts. 11,000 BC, the emergence of Jericho, which is now one of the oldest continuously inhabited cities in the world. 10,500 BC, the earliest date for the domestication of the cattle. 10,000 BC, the Quaternary extinction event, which it has been ongoing since the mid-Pleistocene concludes. 9,700 BC, Younger Dryas Cold period. 9,500 BC, there is evidence of harvesting, but not necessarily cultivation. 9,300 BC, figs were cultivated in the Jordan River Valley. 9,100 BC, oldest megaliths. 9,000 BC, copper was founded in pennies at atomic number 29, making the first element to be discovered. 8,700 BC, Starcar site built by Maglemosian peoples at Yorkshire, Britain. 8,500 BC, Mesolithic hunters camp at Cranmond, Scotland. 8,083 BC, comet Hale-Bopp appears in the sky. 8,000 BC, agriculture in Middle East, and the world population is 5 million. 7,911 BC, 7 massive volcanic eruption causes volcanic skies, and lowered temperatures in the earth. 7,640 BC, the date theorized for the impact of Tolman's hypothetical bolide with Earth. 7,570 BC, Pirana, the Indus Valley site, is founded. 7,500 BC, Cataluke is founded. 7,370 BC, the end of the large settlement in Jericho. 7,220 BC, Mount Titicaca erupts in Alaska. 7,200 BC, Keonu in southeast Turkey. 7,000 BC, lead was discovered that are used in missiles, at atomic number 82. 6,850 BC, early use of pottery. 6,800 BC, early domesticated pigs in Europe. 6,600 BC, the Great Thjosa lava field in Iceland forms, covering 900 kilometers squared of land. 6,500 BC, human civilization starts. 6,440 BC, the Kuril volcanic eruption in Siberia. 6,250 BC, volcanic eruptions occurs in the Indian Heaven volcanic field in Washington. 6,200 BC, mural painting or map from Cataluke. 6,100 BC, the Storge slide, causing a mega tsunami in the Norwegian Sea. 6,000 BC, gold was discovered by the use in gold coins, at atomic number 79. 5,900 BC, Vinca culture emerges. 5,800 BC, beginning of the Dadawan culture.